Hello, welcome, what's good people? Tone here, and we're ready to get back to this slice and dice generate run playthrough we've been on. We are on floor 17, so very close to the end here. Only one final boss left. And it's been a few days since we've been able to get into this one, so I'm gonna have to refresh myself on where we left off. So let's jump right into our run here. We're playing hard with the every third turn. I forgot we had this. Every third turn Goblin's Curse, which is, I just picked it because it sounded silly. It's been going all right. It hurt us a bit in the Lich fight, but we made it through. That was a tough fight. But yeah, we'll take a look at this team here, and I'm seeing the Lich's Tome. I forgot how silly this run was. I'm excited to get back into this. Before we do, I'll give my usual reminder that if you guys would like to support this channel and my other work, you can do so over at patreon.com/tonehack. So feel free to check that out. But yeah, so let's evaluate these guys without the items real quick. And it looks like we have two tier 3s right now. We're about to grab a new item. Really excited to see what that will be. This will be a tier 8 item, so those are big game defining items at times. They have the potential to be. So our tier 2 orange, a bunch of vulnerable sides here and a decent cruel side. This guy has potential that we keep them for the rest of the game. And actually, I skipped a hero upgrade, didn't I? We only have 2 left, 18 and 20. So yeah, one of them was changing this guy, and we didn't want to give them up. So it looks like that's what we did. And you can see with the wax seal, this I think we keep for the rest of the run. This is insane. If we can generate some mana just so we can play 6 damage burst essentially every turn, like that would be excellent. Let's see what else we got going on here. Our yellow has some cleave sides, and so another thing we're like boosting these sides makes them pretty strong. And we were doing some silly stuff with the Lich's Tome here and having fun with that. The Lich's Tome on him is excellent this fight because we are fighting snipers, so we can use cleave to hit the snipers and kill them with one hit, even if we didn't want to deal with the bones. That's like a net positive to be able to hit back lines and one-shot the sniper, so that's excellent right there. So I already think we're leaving that on him for this fight. What is our red looking like here? Not too exciting. I think what drew us to this was this 3 heal vitality side, which is pretty strong. That gives everyone else in the party 3 extra health, max health at that. Very strong. And these other sides are just like pretty solid. We put that on there to give them some damage. And then this Shimmering Halo, +2 max HP this fight whenever you save a hero. So if they save someone with this, they give themselves extra max hit points. And that also helps, I think that heals you while it gives you max hit points, even though it doesn't specify there. So that helps mitigate the damage that you take when casting that. So that's a really good combo there. This does let us roll a little more aggressively when looking for that, since that's significantly better than all of their other sides. We have this guy who just sort of exists to make other people use their sides again, which has been pretty good throughout the run. We had 2 heroes with these like reuse sides before, and that was helping us get a lot of value out of this Lich's Tome on the cleave sides. And right now we have the syringe on them, so if it gets down to 1 hero and that's them, then they can get a 6 pip shield repel, which feels like one of the better things for closing out runs here. The other one that might be pretty good on is the yellow here for some big cleave sides. I like how this gives them huge defense and offense to try and close out fights if they are one of the last heroes left. And on our blue here, just a big mana gen side and a growth side, which was working really well when we had more reuse sides. And a really good spell, Burn here, providing us some much needed AoE at the time. But otherwise not too exciting. But since this guy basically has like 1 good side, we can roll them pretty aggressively. If we end up with some recycle sides, then this growth side becomes intriguing. I don't remember why we had the self shield on this guy. That'd actually probably be pretty good on our red. who might like to, oh, it's because they have low health. They have the lowest health. I don't remember who we fought last either. It might have been someone who did edge damage. No, we fought the Tarantus last because our orange died. Oh, I believe we also had a swap here. So our red and gray swapped. Yeah, we're just taking all the silly choices, running and having a good time with it. There's a good reason to put, not that, probably something like this on the red so that they can heal or get shielded if they're gonna play this. But I think I do like the dagger on them. I feel like this is enough. We can often get them to save someone through the use of this. And a few people pointed out to me that the value of ballet shoes versus petrify. For people who do not know, if you look up the petrify keyword here, it always petrifies in this order. So basically top to bottom, or left to right, top to bottom. So if we swap, whoops, the 2 and the 5 here get swapped when we use ballet shoes. And often this is one of your worst sides and this is one of your best sides. So that means if you're fighting a petrified opponent, then you're far less likely to get one of your good sides petrified when you have those ballet shoes on someone. So good shout out to the people who told me I was missing value there. There's no petrify in this fight, so it doesn't really matter. Let's take a look at what our item is. Clay, copy the other equipped items on this hero, or Iron Blood Pendant, +3 to incoming healing and shields. Yo. Clay Wax Seal does what I think it does, doesn't it? That feels game winning right there on several of our heroes. We could go right over here and get some what, +2, like 6 damage cleaves. That's hard to pass up, I think. I like Iron Blood Pendant a lot. We don't have a lot of shield or healing sources. If we put regen and Iron Blood Pendant on someone, that makes them pretty strong. I think it would give them 3 more vitality on this. I'm not 100% sure. I actually might grab a paste of this to test that later. It'll take longer than I want to spend to do it now. I can't pass up Clay right now. Look at this. Look at this. This is absurd. I think we do both of these. We run this against like floors like this. We'll one-shot everything with cleave, and then when we're fighting bosses, we throw it on you. That is insanity. Anything else cute we can do with this? Get some really strong syringes. It doesn't get much better than this. I don't think we'll put the Lich's Tome on anyone else. I'm gonna rock this for this fight, so let's jump right into it. Wax Seal is one of the stronger items in the game. I mean, we can just... Wow. And just to be able to double it is pretty good. You were taking a ton of damage, sir. Can we actually do anything about that? Because I think we can only kill one sniper. Unless I somehow kill all the wisp. Does not seem feasible. So I can prevent 7 damage that you're taking, but you're still getting killed by 4. Which means even you can't save them. You give 3 this? Okay, so I cleave you. You're taking 8 damage. You get 5 health. You heal for 3. if I can roll this, and then you block for one. A burst, a double burst could help if you roll your... We have a few outs here, but there's a chance that you just get nuked this turn. This is why, even though they're pretty popular picks, I'm not too fond of like the Wretched Crowned, where if that was on this guy, like he would just lose. This guy was a risk in this fight. You wouldn't put Wretched Crown on him anyways because he's the initial eliminate target, and when you have a bunch of guys with eliminate, that's a risk anyways. But you'll notice that he didn't actually get hit with eliminate first. If these guys were attacking someone else and these picked random targets here, then someone else would be just getting nuked by them as well, albeit they'd be a little easier to save. But that's my that's something about Wretched Crown. It's a really popular item, I think, just because it's rare that it kills you. Like, you can usually play around it pretty well, but there are scenarios where if you low roll, you just get screwed and there's not much you can do about it, which isn't fun for me. I think I like to have items that even if they're like statistically like less likely to win, I get more agency through the whole time to like work my way through difficult situations instead of losing to what would be like a coin flip. But that tangent aside, that just looks like a good example of that. What do we want to do with these dice? So, oh, you can roll one of your block sides, which might save them as well. Although you'd have to roll this. So I think we're going to try and save you, because I don't see much of a threat in this fight outside of that. So we roll this and this, and let's see. You get blocked if we cast a spell too. We might be able to save you pretty well, actually. We have a lot of outs here. We need to, and I can cast a spell with this, even. We're not gonna play Leech, so I would have to play Burn, which is, I think it ends up being net 1 block. I think it'll just eat the block instead of removing one of your health, because Burn does self damage, which is important depending on what kind of healing rolls we get. Because if we get a non-vitality heal, then we want to be able to heal that pip. But if we just look at this, this becomes net 1 shield on you. We're taking 8 damage. So I want to block for 4. So it's 1, 2. And then I need to find like a burst. We have an out here. This would not save. This would save. This would save. We can cast a spell, it saves. Yeah, do I keep this? I basically have 2 sides here that save. And you need to keep this. This wouldn't save alone if I miss and don't get this. I don't think we're gonna be able to kill another sniper. So what is more likely? I can just try to hit 2 sides on 2 rolls here, or I can reroll to hit this and also look for those sides if I land on this again. I'm inclined to hold this. Actually, rerolling this for a reuse side is pretty strong here as well. That's probably better overall, and you're hard to miss. I think I'm gonna reroll these 3. I'm not even sure what I'm looking for on the orange. I feel like it's this. This can be a cleave side. That's not enough to kill a sniper, because I could burn and then cleave, but that's only 2 damage to one of them. Oh, we're getting mana back from the Wisp. We actually save him easily. Don't worry, I just caught it for those of you shouting at the screen. And In that case, yeah, we get a burst right away from killing these 2 wisps, which that's enough to save you immediately. Should we take it? In that case, 1 roll left. I think I keep this still. I think I'll re-roll both of these then. Yeah. That would have always saved just having the 2 bursts since they have the blinding bolt. Oh, interesting. The burn does do 1 damage. I guess that helps us kill another wisp. I think we could have done it without the burn. Oh, now we're casting a ton of spells. And you just have like a ton of health. Cool stuff. I think I played that turn very suboptimally, but I'm also not too concerned about it. That'll kill something, we'll just take that. Actually, is this lethal? I think this is lethal. Cool, no reason to think more about that. Alright, level 18, we have a 2 Basilisk and a Spiker. We'll have to think about what to do with our items after seeing our promotion here. Okay, what are we working with? I don't think we can upgrade this guy with the items we ended up with. This is just like too strong. Two damage cantrip is pretty decent with Lich's Tome, but just having 1 side and like no rerolls in our party doesn't make it that exciting to me. Check out this guy though, Shield 3 Copycat, which means we can give it mana gain. Well, Pain's not good, but Vitality. Well, you're not going to get Repel from it. Cruel. Cleave. That's actually a pretty big one, and we're gonna roll Cleave on this guy a lot. So Shield 3 Copycat, a big self-shield block with a big health pool. Big shield and repel. So I'm not even gonna think about this that much. This guy looks solid, just having a few big hits, but this guy is so good with the items we have, and this guy looks super solid to begin with, that we are going to roll with this. My understanding is that at least the people who play a lot of Generate, they believe that the gray Generate heroes are better than the base gray heroes. And I think that's basically the only color of hero that that applies to. But I guess just how the game does stuff, shields are undervalued. And so it gives you more pips of them or something. And this gray seems like a good example of that. So I would believe it. We do have Petrify sides here, or we have Petrify from hitting the Basilisk, but nothing actually petrifies us, so the ballet slippers don't come into play. We don't have any items where that comes into play. You know what I just noticed? That is a funny combo. Ballet, shoes, clay. The double shoe. Alright, what do we got? What do we want to do here? as far as where we put clay and on these two. I think I leave it on you. It becomes a little harder to get 2 cleaves, but we're doing 6 damage to everyone. Or I can like easily nuke like one of these guys per turn by putting it on them. The thing is, once I use 1 cleave on this guy, it becomes a little less likely that I hit it again. And I might be missing damage to hit these guys outside of that die. So I think I will go put it on this guy for now. And obviously the concern is that once we have cleave here, the Basilisk will remove these. We only have 3 of these, and we have 4 of these. Also, this kills all of them over like 2 to 3 turns, and this one means we can nuke at least like 1 per turn, most likely. I don't think I'm going to Lich's Tome here. Who gets this now? Probably you. This guy is really good with the Shimmering Halo. Because they save with these a lot, and it just makes their health go higher, so they're even better at using these, but I think it's too good on this side. There's a good argument to put that over here. Alright, I think we're just gonna go into this fight like this. So I'm not going to be able to play this on whoever I put this on, because this has to be played on whoever has the most health, and damaging them with this first means we won't be able to do that. So I really need to generate mana to get this to kill someone, I think. Actually 7 plus 9, that'll kill anyone too, so a cleave side here will do really well for us as well. I think I'm going to roll for... just play hard for this roll, because I think the mana we get this turn, if we're already killing whoever we put vulnerable on, doesn't matter. What I really want is to be able to burst reliably next turn, because I can't rely quite as much on this guy hitting a side that'll be able to hit who gets the vulnerable. So that next turn, if I can vulnerable something, I can play burst on it. So I'm gonna hard roll for this. Alternatively, taking the 1 mana does make us a lot more likely to have 2 mana next turn. Also, I just need 1 mana to play burn. Maybe we just do that actually, because this is 7 plus burn will do 8. That'll kill anything here as well. And then this will be growth, so next turn we'll reliably have another one. Okay, I think I talked myself into keeping this actually. And if that kills whoever I played this on already, I kind of just want to keep this side and just smash something. I'm just going to reroll you. This doesn't excite me so much. I think this fight's going to be so short that even though this regen is pretty good against a spiker and such, that, I don't know, I'd rather have something that helps us faster. Like, even this one damage is kind of like sick with this vulnerable. Same for you. I'm just gonna reroll these. Copycat. Shield. This side. I'm just gonna keep these. I don't think we have to overthink this fight too much. Let's kill this guy this turn, because their poison is doing a lot of damage to our guy there. So So I just gave this pain and vitality. That doesn't make a lot of sense, does it? Wait, did that? Oh, they're blocking. Okay, their health stayed the same. So let's give this growth. Block you. You do that. You hit the only one you can. I think that's a good turn. I will take this big shield because that should make it pretty easy to save you. I think I'd take your big hammer again. Like, we're already killing stuff here, right? Actually do that. What keyword do you want? Self heal's pretty good. Something like that. Oh, third turn goblins. I always forget. Not the goblins. Oh boy. I feel like we have a pretty easy win here. We just kill everything. Okay, that doesn't absorb that damage. I didn't think it would. I need to play this actually. You have 2, so we do something like... Oh yeah, goblins flee. I had the damage to kill it, but they just flee anyways. Didn't have to overthink that too much. We were killing the spiker no matter what that turns, so I didn't actually have to worry about the addition of the goblins' health, because they flee when they're the last ones. Alright, let's see what item we get here. Dolphin is very, very, very good with our setup. It's very good normally, it's very, very, very good now. Because we have some high pip sides. We can basically get the value we were looking at swapping this between these two heroes on both heroes every turn, which is insane. So I think that is hard to pass up. We can also extend that value to any side we have, so we can get a reliable, like, any of these sides doing 7 damage. And in fact, getting big, like, mana sides to combo with this vulnerable is really strong, so we can play burst a bunch. That might even be better than having this guy have that. It depends on the fight. That's mostly for, like, very high health enemies, because not much will survive this plus one other hit. Suffice to say, I'm just grabbing Dolphin right now. I'll throw it on you for this fight. It's kind of important, not in this fight in particular, but to have Echo on you so that I can play vulnerable first and then play this. So that this is buffed. Otherwise I'd have to play this and then this to get the Echo to echo this. Also, this is higher than this with the Wax Seal Clay combo. I kind of want to throw this on you, so if we get to the end with like you and you or something, you can just generate like a ton of mana. What are you doing? No burst. Okay. Mana is not useful anyways. Alright, let's jump into this fight. We're gonna look for cleave. We know what we're looking for here. This side is decent. Wait, I can copy Echo with Copycat Shield? It's not even going to be necessary. What do I want from this? I'll probably look for the repel side, honestly, so that I can do more damage to the vulnerable side if I need to. Yeah, we rolled damage on everyone, so I think we do something like 7 damage cleave kills. Not a lot here, actually. I want to do something like this, and then kill this, and then get a 7 damage cleave to kill both zombies. But that can't happen, because this is working off of Echo. Well, unless... Well, no, because this doesn't copy that. Ooh, we can copy Echo onto this. That's really strong. So I think we do something like... that... Copy the value of the previously used dice this turn. This is a base of 2 as well. Why is this only doing 1 damage? I think that might have been a... like, quote-unquote, like, bug that we encountered previously, actually. Whatever, I'm not too concerned. Just go to the next turn and kill the zombie. Alright, floor 20, the hand. So this is where we want to be able to hit them with a big vulnerable side and then generate as many small hits as we can. And mana is the best way to do that. So maybe we'll get a blue that generates a lot of mana here. What is this? What the heck? Look at this weird little guy. This is like such an interesting and, don't get me wrong, terrible variation on Gambler. Consider that the Ludus has 6 damage here and then like damage on every other side as well. This guy has 3 X's, almost twice the health as Ludus. Health seems overvalued in this mode. Or maybe not even overvalued, but there are a lot of heroes that have terrible dice but a lot of health. I think we talked about that before, how I think just like the distribution of heroes means that you end up rolling these a lot more than I feel like you should. I mean, yeah, that guy sucks. This guy has 4 mana sides, so what we're gonna do is just take this. I didn't even look at your spell. We get to... Oh, you got Blaze. That makes you even better, actually. We actually throw Echo on you so that I can hit an 8 damage vuln, and then we just generate a ton of mana with you and burst away the hand turn 1. We're gonna get to play 4 burst. And that's as long as you don't miss on 4 sides we need, and you don't miss on 4 sides we need, is basically like a GG for us. I think that's too good to pass up. Someone's gonna get a ton of armor if we do manage to pull that out. I may as well give that to you just because you have the Echo. You can stay alive really well. Do we want to put the Lich's Tome on anyone? I mean, this is pretty good when we're doing 4 damage cleaves. I think I'll leave that on. Heck, I'll give you that as well. So if it comes down to you, you're going to be doing some big attacks. There are Petrifies here, but this Petrify does 10. So it actually still doesn't matter about the ballet shoes. I don't think I got any side replacers that makes the ballet shoes relevant. Ah, screw it. That we really want mana from you. I think I like this side. I guess hard rolling for damage. Pretty good here. If we kill you, it ends up only saving one hero, but you get really close to being saved, so we probably end up being able to save someone else. So you have 40 health. This does 8 damage to you. I basically need to hit you probably 3 more times. That's another 24 damage just from the Vuln. Which means the 3 attacks that I do need to do like what, 8 damage? Base between them. I'm just thinking I want to maximize the number of hits we can get on the hand, but if we're not rolling damage, you know what? We take this because at the very least this saves someone, and then we can get another shot at killing the hand with this combo. This armor side can be very good too. And I know this guy is playing something for 8 no matter what. Interesting. This right here actually means we hit the hand for 8. We block someone for 8. Or, no, these ones. And you self-block for 8. So that will save like you two automatically. That's interesting. It's like a safe play, and there's no reason not to take it. I'm gonna hold on to this just for that reason. We're gonna still re-roll for mana here because we can't roll worse than these. That's saying a lot, as this is a pretty good side anyways. But I think I keep this because it gives us a lot of safety. Oddly enough, even though we could get much better rolls, there's no reason to risk it for them. If I have a similar accord, I keep this. There's no reason to play aggressively this turn, so we won't. Do I have copycat? What's our ordering look like here? Oh, you have Echo. I was like, why did that go to 0? So Burst just does a ton of damage. There wasn't a scenario where that made more sense? No. Not a chance. I want to play you on that? Not really. Well, oh yeah. Am I better off not playing you? Probably, actually. 2 usable dice remaining. Doesn't matter. These guys aren't even doing anything this turn. Okay, I'll take the Echo mana. Take the damage. 0. Well, not bad. That I think I had mentioned before that like it was feeling like a loot mode run because we were carrying our team based on item synergies, and that really came into play at the end though with our last 2 items here in Clay and Dolphin. And that's probably how this mode works, is you get these weird heroes so you can kind of make out like really interesting item synergies with them, which is exactly what happened with this guy. This alone wouldn't have been like amazing late game because there was only 1 vuln, but the vuln sides are sides that pair really well with items that boost sides, and this guy had a lot of them, so we were able to play to that strength. And then from there, I like how we were swapping between like the guy with the cleaves when we didn't need the vuln. So like when we needed AoE, like big AoE shots, we'd play this guy, we'd move him over here for like the boss like that. And this guy really just came into play where I could just get a good echo to be able to sling a lot of bursts to really take advantage of this vulnerable. Imagine if this guy had Vine, which is a 1 mana 1 damage spell, which would be 1 mana 8 damage with this setup, or 9 versus the hand. So great stuff. Felt like we got carried by items there at the end, but I mean, we'll play into that when we can. And I feel like that after my sample size of 1 generate game, I feel like that's kind of part of it, is making those item synergies, and making things work with them. Had a lot of fun with Lich's Tome here. That was a good run. Curious to play some more generate and see more heroes. I'm not sure what we're gonna do next in the slice and dice world. I'd like to try out maybe some paste. I think someone recommended trying out some of these pastes, so we can try some of that stuff. We can maybe dip into some of these. I haven't played Unfair in a while, so I'd like to dip back into Unfair for a bit. So maybe we jump into one of those. I'd like to just take a look at some heroes, and we can just like talk about heroes and just like review them and do some like arbitrary ranking stuff as well. So we'll figure stuff out, but this was like a really fun run. I had a lot of fun with loot mode and generate mode here. So always excited to play more slice and dice. Looking forward to playing some more in the near future. But I'm going to leave this here for now. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you all next time. Take it easy, everyone.